Welcome to the Simunomics Guide to Stock Options. Suppose I have a stock that I would like to sell and you are willing to buy it. The stock is trading on the market at 50 bucks, so we agree on that price. But for whatever reason, we're not going to do it right now. The agreement is that you will buy it from me in exactly 1 week. So, 1 week later, we make the trade as promised. I give you the stock and you give me 50 bucks. Over the week, the price of the stock could have gone up or down and now be completely different from where it was. But we agreed at 50, and that's how the trade is made. This is known as a forward contract, where the deal is made up front and delivered on later. Now let's change the agreement a little. We still say 50 bucks and the time of 1 week. But this time, you don't have to buy the stock a week later if you don't want to. But I still have to sell it to you if you want. The stock is chosen, the time is chosen, and the price is locked in, but you have control over whether or not we actually do it. This is known as an option. Specifically, when it's the buyer's choice, we call that a call option, and the agreed purchase price is known as the strike. So now you have a call option from me with a strike of 50, and it expires in 1 week. Let's look at what could happen over that week. Let's say the stock went down to 40. You have the option to buy the stock from me at 50. But the market price is 40, so you wouldn't want to. You choose not to use the option, and therefore don't lose any money. Instead, what if the price goes up to 60? The option allows you to pay me 50 for the stock. Then you immediately go and sell it on the market for 60, a profit of 10 bucks. This is a good deal for you, so you choose to make the trade. This is known as exercising the option. You use the option and get the stock from me at 50 bucks. Then you sell the stock to someone else at the market price of 60 and pocket a 10-buck profit. In practice, the way stock options are handled these days, you never actually get the stock because that's just a hassle. In this last example, since you're planning to buy from me at 50 and then sell at 60, I'd rather just give you the 10 bucks and save us both the trouble. You make the same profit either way, and this way neither one of us has to actually own the stock. The option is based on the stock, but we don't have to actually own it. So that's why a call option is a valuable thing to have. If the stock goes down, you don't have to use it, so you don't pay anything. If the stock goes up, you make a nice profit. But it's not so great to be the seller here, since I can only lose when the option gets exercised. Naturally, this means you don't get an option for free. You have to buy it from me. The price of the option is mainly based on 4 things: the price of the stock, the expected behavior of the stock, the strike price that we choose to use, and the amount of time left until the option expires. Let's use another example and discuss what option prices would be expected. This new option uses a stock called Steady, one that doesn't move around a lot. Right now, the price of 1 share of Steady is 50 bucks. We can pick any strike price we want, so let's choose 53. And again, we'll say that we're 1 week from expiration. A stock option like this might only cost about $1, which is relatively cheap. Why? Well, right now, the stock price of 50 is less than the strike price of 53, which means if time ran out right now, it wouldn't be worth anything. That's called having an exercise value of 0. Also, we said Steady is a stock that doesn't move around very much, so there's a good chance it won't get over 53 in the time limit. It might, so the option is worth something, but it probably won't, so the option is pretty cheap. As the week passes, if the stock doesn't move, that option will drop from being valued at 1 to being valued at 0.5, and eventually it'll go all the way down to 0 as time runs out. So as time changes, the option value goes down. On the other hand, what if Steady surprised us and the stock price immediately jumps up to 52 with still a week left? That option price would step up from $1 to about 2, since it's more likely to finish with value now. And the opposite is true. If the stock price goes down immediately, the option price will drop quickly too. As the stock price changes compared to the strike, the option value moves as well. Furthermore, a different stock named Shaky might be known for moving a lot. So Steady, a stock of 50, and Strike of 53 had a price of 1. But Shaky, at the same place, could have a price of 250. That's because Shaky is more likely to move around and beat the Strike than Steady is. So let's review the process. Using the stock Shaky, currently priced at 50 bucks, you buy a call option from me at a strike of 53, which expires next week. I charge you $250 for the option, which you pay me now. Then a week passes. If the stock went down to 40, the option expires worthless because 40 is less than the strike of 53. So I keep my $250. If the stock stays the same, the option still expires worthless because 50 is less than the strike price of 53. So again, I keep the $250. But if the stock goes up to 60, now it's higher than the strike of 53, so I pay you $7. You may be wondering if it's ever possible for the opposite scenario. I'm selling a stock and you're buying, but this time it's my choice and not yours. This is known as a put option. With a put option, the stock seller chooses whether to make the sale or not, and the buyer is forced to take it. In this case, I would buy the option from you, which gives me the option of forcing you to buy the stock. When you own a put option, you want the stock to go down. If it does, then I buy the stock at market and sell it to you at the strike price, and therefore make a profit. But remember, we don't actually bother to trade the stock. You would just pay me the 10 bucks. So there are 4 basic option positions you could have. Buy a call, where you pay money up front and then profit if the stock price goes up. You could sell a call, where you get the money up front, but then you have to pay if the stock price goes up. You could buy a put, where you pay money up front and then profit if the stock goes down. Or you could sell a put, where you're getting the money up front, but then paying someone else if the stock goes below the strike price. And for any option, you can choose any strike price you want. Of course, that affects how much the option costs. Also keep in mind that you don't have to hold an option all the way to expiration. If you made a mistake, or if you see an opportunity to take your profit early, you can close the position at any time using whatever the latest option price is. And because time hasn't expired, the option price will still have some time value left too. When you consider all the choices and combinations of choices, the possibilities are unlimited. So we leave it to you to figure out the best strategy. However, we strongly advise that you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Options are very risky, and one good choice can make you a fortune or wipe you out. Spread your choices out over lots of different options, and always keep some cash as a backup so that a few failures won't cost you everything. And that's the Simunomics Guide to Stock Options. If you are brand new to options, you might want to watch this video again. There's also some text help in the game that can help with terms and general understanding. But the best way to understand stock options is to get in the game and try them out. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you around.